the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and wanted to take a hot second to just pull back, wish you why I am taking a little break from the relationship-based readings. Now, it might be obvious to some of you of the situation that we are in globally right now. And as I geared up to do the twin flame readings, just something in my gut said, ugh. Now, it's not about twin flames in and of themselves. You know, conformative soul contracts we make where, oh boy, and your connection is so that's another aspect of it. Everybody who is what are we calling it, sequestering in place, whatever, a lot of people are home, everybody's on the glitches. Once again, your connection is unstable, please wait while we try reconnecting, which is interesting because my Wi-Fi signal is strong. So it's just that everybody and their mother is on the internet if they are home, so it's slowing things down. Yesterday it took me 3 hours to upload a 1 hour video, the Chakra. But getting back to the twin flame stuff, turbulent, transformative, but you teach each other how to love yourself. You teach each other how to heal yourself, because you cannot give the other the love that only you can give yourself. They are very tough relationships. I get it. And the readings have helped a lot of people to identify, you know, a twin flame in their life, so that they get, oh, this is something I have to learn from them. And if you go watch those readings, you'll see that is consistent with the way that I have learned what twin flames are. Thank you, Matt Kahn, All for Love, great YouTube channel he's got there. His video, Soul Contracts, Twin Flames and Soulmates Redefined. I did my own clarifying twin flames, soulmates, and true lovers. Hey, Mari, hi, honey. Clarifying that for the work that I do. And the soulmate reads. Soulmates, the satisfying, symbiotic, you help each other heal, right? You help each other love. So they're very different soulmate soul contracts. But I'm taking a break for them because I was noticing that as I was doing those readings, and if you watch them, you'll see this, that a lot of people are, where I was like, oh, wow, they're really not meeting up this month, or there's very little communication, because we are all in a global situation where we need to keep to ourselves. I'm just keeping that language that way. I'm not naming anything, because you can get demonetized for doing that right now, and I understand why. Blessed be YouTube. I get it. To keep information from reliable, credible sources, I'm totally okay with that. But I wanted to put out that, you know, I was like, okay, well, then what am I supposed to do now that I'm monetized? And it's funny, now that I'm monetized, now that I can make money and put ads on my videos, of course, this thing happens. So so I went to my guides. I said, well, what do you want me to do instead? They just don't feel right. I'm a professional intuitive. I've lived my life according to my intuition. So, you know, so what am I supposed to do in the meantime? And they said, well, keep doing the super chats now that you can do super chats. So we're doing those at 11 p.m. every night. Prayer, meditation, healing work, that kind of stuff. And just, we're having a hoot. I'm having a really good time. Of course, by the time I'm done at around midnight, I am wired and wide awake. And then in the mornings, I am doing similar in the Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short Facebook group, private Facebook group. You can join in. We have moderators that will get messages that someone new wants in, and they will let you in if I can't do it myself. But then as a result, they said, okay, do the chakra spread. And I was like, you know, I've been thinking of doing that for a while, but people really, really eat up the relationship-based spreads. And relationships are involved in your chakras. Obviously, they're part of your human energy system. But also very, very helpful for healing and balancing yourself holistically, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So that's why I am doing those as perhaps a temporary replacement. Perhaps those will be part of my usual routine. So If you're really enjoying my channel, please go watch them, because I know they're not twin flame soulmate romantic stuff. And I know that people watch those videos so much, not just on my channel, but on every other channel that offers them. I guess you could say they're money makers. And that's not only why I'm doing them. I am on the path of true love. The path of true love readings will continue, because that's your path. That's your spiritual path, your healing journey, your hero's journey through your relationships. I find those very helpful for myself. Where am I on the path of true love? What do I need to know? What do I need to see? You know, asking the divine through divination systems, that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, until those feel better, because what's the point of saying, yeah, you're going to have to wait longer to meet your soulmate, or this twin flame is coming in and going out? I mean, that might be helpful the moment my guides are like, okay, doom again. When it feels like, when it doesn't feel meh, right? I'm like, okay, let's, because usually I'm like, okay, twin flame soulmates, let's do these. I enjoy doing them. But it's just, the words come to me, bigger fish to fry. Now, I will say, I've also noticed a number of YouTube readers taking a break, right? Not doing readings at all. One of them, someone who I was following, pretty much discontinued her channel. I don't think she's shutting it down. I don't think she's closing the channel completely. Oh God, I can't, you know, I suck at names. I can't remember her name, but her dog's name is Lily. I remember that. She's really sweet. I really, really like her. But she is taking a break. I read it on her community page. Full stop was the message that she got from her guides. So Mel, if your twin chooses someone else, is there another soulmate coming for me? Well, yeah, because there's a difference. See, now this is me as a spiritual teacher. Twin flames and soulmates are not the same thing. But now that we're in this place of isolation, go back and look at what you've learned from your turbulent, tumultuous, transformative, tricky, triggery relationships, and not just the romantic ones. Remember, my father and I had a twin flame contract. God rest his soul. My mother and I have the soulmate contract, right? We help each other heal. Not that we haven't had arguments, but they always work themselves out. So right now, I feel like the work is becoming your own soulmate. And maybe I can do some card pulls about that. Oh, see, that's why I'm doing this today. I never know why they say do this. I just do it, and then later I figure it out. So maybe I will ask them to download a spread through me about being your own soulmate. Oh, that feels, see, that's the ding, right? As an intuitive, you want that intuitive ding, like not just light bulb, but the heart chakra, like it all just lit me up. Okay, all right, good, good, good. I don't think I have to write that down. The being your own soulmate read. We'll find the right words for it. Oh, being your own soulmate spread. Self-love spread. Oh, well, you know what? How about that? It is sort of the path of true love, but we'll do those separately. Oh, how interesting. All right, well, that was a good idea. It was a good idea to do this. And look, I don't even have my makeup or anything on. Why? Oh, all I do is like some pressed powder, some eyeliner, and some, right? Because you can't see, can you see my eyelashes? Can you see the lower lids of my eyes? Yeah. Guess it should be, since men keep choosing other women. But okay, so Mari, believe me, pull up an oar, sister. We are in the same boat. This man that I was very much in love with for 20 years on and off, he moved away from Long Island and then he came back. We kept running into each other in the weirdest places. That's why I really thought that him and I were destined to be together. But I ended up being the other man. He wouldn't leave the guy that he's living with. He's still with him as far as I know. And it was torture. That's when I really got, oh, this is a twin flame contract, right? He can't give me what I want or what I need. Matt Kahn says that there are these rare twin flame contracts that morph or transform into soulmate contracts. I don't know if that's going to happen with him. No, I will always love him. I've had a couple of days where I didn't cry about him, but I will. If you knocked on the door right now, I would give him a Silkwood, but isn't ever be not the freedom from painful emotions, but it's the freedom that man back in my life. I miss him terribly. I will always love him. That's true love, but not at the price of my honor, my integrity. If someone's acting like a villain, lying and deceiving, not just me, but other people, and it wasn't an abusive relationship, so not to rush forgiveness. I used to Course in Miracles very much like bleach and wire brush my chakras with forgiveness, and that's not the way to go for me anymore. I got to be more gentle, be authentic, but God, I'll always love him. There's no question. I'd marry him well, not today with all this going on in the world about going viral. No thanks. But I know I've known him in other lives, but none of that matters right now. What does matter? Yes, the internet is certainly acting up. The guy I'm in love with, I believe he is my twin, but even though we met first, he went on this other woman, doesn't want to let me go. I'm like dying inside, don't know if I should let him go. Let him go, bless him. And because that's what I had to do. Because if it is soulmate, if it's written in the divine plan, it's written in the divine plan. Don't question it anymore. Just say, when the questions come around, get that that is that inner child, that what it's really doing is asking to be loved, which means we have to feel all that stuff. It is so rarely about the people we think it's about. It's about our childhood. It's about our adolescence. It's about our own not being loved and accepted. It is psychological healing, spiritual healing, self-help with a counselor, a therapist, whatever. You have to, because I am a healer, and it's not going to work unless the person I am with is on some sort of healing path. Otherwise, I'm going to end up being their healer, and I've done that before, and it doesn't work. They end up resenting you for it. It just does. So that's number one, has to be on a healing path. Number two, has to be single. Has to be single. I'm not doing that ever again. I learned my lesson originally. And the third one, has to have his own place and his own job, which now he's in retail, or at least he was. Who knows what his financial situation is? That it took me 51 years to get it together and say, you know what, these are my standards. And if I never see him again in this life, believe me, I could cry my eyes out at the thought of it. But then it is what it is. I will always love him. I go back and forth between blessing and praying him and just hating his guts, and that's okay too, right? That's all the detox that we're going through right now, and it's healing us. So I really think that the chakra reads I'm doing now could be very helpful at that. Yes, I believe. Right. I just struggle with letting go of people. No, you're not a dummy. You're learning. Look, I'm going to tell you, Matt Kahn's new book, The Universe Always Has a Plan. The first golden rule is you've done nothing wrong. I wish I had known now what I knew 3-4 years ago when we had this illicit affair together. I didn't. I had to go through this to learn it. And now I know, never again. I will never, ever, ever again be the other man. I will never put myself in that situation, not just because of integrity and honor, which honor has a biological consequence. Dishonor has a biological consequence. I'm never doing that to this child of my heart. I am never going to put the child of my heart in that situation. So yeah, I'll cry, but that crying is healing. Yes, I will miss him. The grief over him, well, the grief I feel over the loss of him isn't just about him. It's about my dad. It's about all of those men that I have loved and lost throughout this life, and who knows how many others. It's not easy. But it is simple. Love what rises. Love what rises. And by all means, check out the work of Matt Kahn. He dedicates entire hour-long videos to this kind of stuff. And understand that the gods will give you what you need to help you heal. The gods, in that sense, the angels, the ascended masters, your higher selves, in a sense, are soul mates, because they are helping us heal, getting us the information, the help that we need to grow and evolve. And I know someday, his name is Eric, bless his heart, if I never see him again, I will be able to look back over my shoulder someday, I hope, and go, you know what? Best thing that ever happened. But I'll always be in love with him. Unless they drop a Hemsworth on me. That'll be like, Eric who? Right? Those are all good standards. But I'm right here with you. Yes, integrity and honor are very important to me too. Thank you for sharing your story with me. Only my twin, get out. His name's Eric too. They were saying, go ahead, say his name. He's not going to watch these. He's a runaway. And you know what? I used to be a chaser. Never again the chaser times. Maybe I'll do a live stream about that. The runaway, the chaser, and the walker. Because the runaways were enmeshed and smothered as kids, so they run away. The chasers were neglected so that we chase. But the walker is the healthy one. The one that says, all right, take my hand. Let's walk. Let's see how this goes. That's where I am right now. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just totally the chaser because I was emotionally neglected as a kid, and no fault of my parents. They did the best that they could. And as my guides said to me in my late 20s, early 30s, Dr. Phil was still in college when you were a kid, meaning that the state of psychology was nowhere near then where it is now. So we got to cut our parents and our families some slack there. Forgive them. They know not what they do. Look, the witch just gave you New Testament Christianity because wisdom is wisdom, right? So, yeah, well, to get to Walker Face, how do you do that? You mate with your own soul. You become your own soulmate. You do the inner child work. You talk to that child and you let it cry. You give yourself the love that only you can give you, the acceptance, the approval, the forgiveness, the boundaries. That's healthy. Because we're not going to be with that happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, romantic, sexual soulmate contract person until it's the right time, until we're ready. And we're not in control of that. So once again, oh God, Goddess, all that is, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And it's probably a good thing I didn't put on eyeliner and mascara yet. I'm probably going to go cry my eyes out for a good 10 minutes. But I will be talking to that child in my heart as I do, giving it room and space to cry, because I wasn't really allowed to cry much as a kid. I'll give you, you're going to cry, I'll give you something to cry about. So it was under threat if I cried with my dad, not with my mom. She was a nursery school teacher. She knew. But that's loving yourself. And you have kids, Mari, you know when your kids are crying because we're in a different age than we were when we were growing up. Yeah. And may our Erics be blessed. May they be truly blessed. May they heal. May they grow. May they become who they were born to be in this life, with or without us. I say that now. Later tonight, might be like, fuck him and the horse he rode in on. I hope he suffers. And that's okay too. Because that's not all about him. Yeah. So, oh, please don't cry. See, that's the thing. I don't mind. I'm a Pisces moon. I'm going to cry anyway. Please, you have no idea how many times commercials have triggered me crying, right? Last night in the YouTube stream, towards the end, we were doing the praise, gratitude, and love process. I was just crying towards the end, just missing my mom. But that's okay. I would rather have the emotional freedom to cry than be locked down. Because if we don't allow these energies to move through us, we are repressing them. And then they possess us when we least expect them, or they settle into the cell tissue and create disease and illness. Not worth it. Read Anatomy of the Spirit by Carolyn Mace, the 8 chakra system that I am doing these chakra reads based on. Cool. Well, Mari, it was a pleasure. I really, really do. Oh yeah, I'm a crybaby too. I can't handle abuse. And I know I dive for the remote. I'm like, no, not now, right? So I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna snuggle with my kitties. Probably have the good cry, but remember, it's a good cry. It's a healing cry. And you can pray your way through it, but here are some things I've learned. Breathe, right? You're going to breathe anyway, but consciously breathe. Allow the chi and the prana to kind of move things along, and keep your eyes open. Like, I'm so used to closing my eyes when I cry or whatever. Keep your eyes open, because a lot of what triggers us happens when our eyes are open. So it's a good practice to do. It is not easy, but it's worth it. All right, sweetheart. I love you all so much. And for anybody who watches this later, please comment in the description box below. I will be glad when I can to reply if possible. If not, if you see a thumbs up and a heart at the same time, that's me saying I saw it. Cool. Well, darlings, wishing you the very best. Wait, Maury. Okay, sweetie, sending love your way. And thank you. I hope you don't find this weird, but I love you. No, 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 no. That's agape. That's not eros. You know, it's oh my God, it's just getting hit on by these men on Facebook. It's ridiculous. So at some point, I'm going to have to sit and go through and see who's here for the magic, the love, the friendship, and who just wants a naked picture of me. That's why the gods created Scruff and Manhunt. I'm not on Grindr. Too many bots. So wishing you all the very best and the very blessed. The next time you see me on recorded video, I will be fatutzed. I will have showered, shaved. Oh yeah, I just got my new razors in the mail, so I'm going to shave because I am due for a shave. But until then, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of the path of true love. May you be the mate of your own soul sooner rather than later. Love what rises. It is all worth it. You are worth all this work. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.